Hello, my name is Kristian Battell. I'm an artist. I work here at the Montclair Art Museum, one of my favorite places to be. And today we're going to do a project inspired by the artist Andy Warhol for my Studio Explorers class. And it's a printmaking project. I love printmaking. So of course we're going to do something with that process. We're going to do a little snowflake today, just like Andy Warhol did the same image repeated over and over again. We're going to do that with our snowflake. So first thing you'll need is just a piece of cardboard and a ruler and your pencil. You're going to make 6 lines on there. You can do more if you want, but I think 6 is good to start with. And then you can even go over it in marker so you can see what you're doing. So the snowflake is going to be made out of all found objects. I have cardboard, I've got some foam, I've got some bubble wrap, and toothpicks. I'm going to start right in the middle. We're going to use the tacky glue today so it really sticks on and it's going to be slow. So give it a minute. We're going to have different patterns on here. I think it make it really interesting.
Do you have any strong opinions about Andy Warhol?
I mean, I'm a printmaker, so I always like and appreciate his work. I know some people are like, it's like whatever, kind of one note pop art. Some people are not into it. I think he's great. And he did like really nice, like kind of like line drawings. Those are all really cool. But I love seeing his silk screens because you can tell he's making it by hand. They're all photographs of like, you know, famous people or situations or something. But you can tell that there's an artist's hand there. So I've got the shape of my snowflake started there. A little bubble wrap, just the foam in the center. You can even like layer these up if you wanted to. I'm gonna stop with those there. Or let me do, yeah, that like that. The only real plan is just the shape. You know, we're making a snowflake. That's the guidelines. The rest of it is up to you. Add in the shapes and the patterns however you'd like. You can cut up different things with your cardboard here. Like you can use the shapes that are already there, let them speak to you, or you can cut your own shapes. You can make hearts and stars with it too. It doesn't have to just be circles. Oh wait, wrong spot. Right there. That's gonna be for one of these. So I love to obviously do printmaking stuff. That's what I'm trained in, and that's what I do for adult classes, but I try to do it as much as I can with the kids. And I love using found objects because this is stuff everybody has at home, and if they love something like this, they can recreate it on their own at home, show their friends and their family how to do it. Just, you know, printmaking and found objects are 2 of my favorite things to work with here. All right, and then one last touch. We have our 6 main points there, but I'm gonna add some little ones with the toothpicks. What might be really cute is like buttons on there. That would be a good addition. I bet we have some buttons. You can use pipe cleaners and you can bend them into shapes. Really anything that you can glue down and is semi-flat you should be able to use for this printing project. All right, so we got our snowflake all assembled. Now we're just gonna wait for that to dry for like 5 to 10 minutes and we'll move on to printing. Cool. A lot of staring at your work, but I like to do that, so it's a good downtime to just look and think. Is the composition nice? Yes. Do I like the shapes? Yes. All right, so for printing, once your plate is all dry, you're gonna need something to put your ink on. You're gonna need a brayer, and you're gonna need a palette knife. And then I like to have all of my papers cut and ready, so I'm ready to go when the ink's out. And then of course, most important, we will need some printmaking ink, but you can also just use regular acrylic paint. Tempera paint works as well. Sometimes those just dry a little bit faster, so you'll have to work a little bit quicker. I'm ready to print it. I think it should be dry enough. Make sure you roll up your sleeves before you put any of your ink out. I always like to do that, especially if you're wearing something nice. Put some ink out on your plexi. You can even just use like a piece of styrofoam, palette paper, whatever you got. Roll out, plate, whatever you need to use. But don't take all of that ink, but you're gonna start to roll it out. You can go back and forth, where you're gonna leave some of it up top, and you'll go back for more as you need it. Get another little bit. And you don't want it to be too thick when you're rolling it out. You want it to sound like baby snakes hissing. Just like that. All right, so I'm ready to start rolling it out. It might get onto the circle part of the plate, that's okay, but I'm going to focus on getting all of the parts that I just glued onto it. And I'll go back and get some more. All right, let's make our first print. This one might be a little light, but we'll see. So I'll leave my plate on the table. I'm gonna take my paper. I'm gonna place that right on top. And I'm going to press all over with my hands. One's gonna stay in place holding it while the other one does the work. All right, yeah, a little light. The next one will be better. Let's ink it up again. I knew that first one was gonna be a little light, I could tell. It's just part of the material. Just because it's a porous material, it just takes a little extra ink, but that's okay. Because I like to roll the ink, that's the fun part. Let's see, take a new piece of paper. Let's do the black paper this time. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I like that one on the black paper. And then we'll print like 4 of them. And it'll be just like an Andy Warhol. Fun.
That was even better than the black one.
Yeah. I kind of want to try changing up the color now. Like grayish, darker ones on the lighter paper. I know snowflakes are typically white, but you can make anything, any color you want when you're making art. Ooh, this came out cool. Both the white and the gray. I can dig that. Pretty cool. Maybe one more so we have a set of 4. That one I'm gonna have to hold on. Cool. I like that one a lot too. Very nice. Now we've got like a whole set here. There we go. Very cool. Now it's just like an Andy Warhol. I don't know, love to have you in my Studio Explorers class this winter. We're gonna do a lot of cool projects, including some printmaking stuff like this. So we'll see you there.